this is Dr. Duretner Hassan, reproductive endocrinologist and infertility specialist in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, as well as author of Miracle Baby, A Fertility Doctor's Fight for Motherhood, and the Fertility Manual, Reproductive Options for Your Family. Here to talk to you today about your ovarian reserve or egg reserve, what describes really your egg quantity and quality, and that being a predictor of you being able to get pregnant. Now women, we're born with all the eggs we will ever have, and we lose them with time. At birth, we have about 1 to 2 million eggs. By the time we hit puberty, that number is 300 to 500,000. At menopause, that number is less than 1,000. But it's not just the quantity of eggs that decline with time, it's also the quality of these eggs. You may have heard age 35 is advanced reproductive age or advanced maternal age. At that age, we start to see an increase in the number of aneuploid or genetically abnormal embryos associated with poor egg quality. Now, there are various ways to look at a woman's ovarian reserve or egg reserve. And I do that through various testing. The first is what's called Amh Anti-Malaria Hormone. This is a blood test, and the higher this blood test value, the better a woman's egg quantity. So good value is about 1.3 or higher. Now it's normal for me to see lower values of AMH when a woman increases in her reproductive age. Another blood test that I evaluate is called the Follicular Stimulating Hormone, or FSH. This FSH test is typically drawn on the 2nd, 3rd, or 4th day of the menstrual cycle. Now, there are other hormonal blood tests that are drawn at that time, including estradiol, a type of estrogen. The estradiol level allows us to interpret the FSH value. Now, FSH values vary inversely with ovarian reserve. So a higher FSH value is associated with a lower egg or ovarian reserve. FSH values greater than 10 suggest a low egg reserve. FSH values greater than 20 suggest an even lower egg reserve. We also do ultrasounds to look at a woman's ovarian reserve. At the ultrasound, I'm measuring what's called the antral follicle count. Antral follicles are the small sacs that contain eggs within the ovaries. The higher the antral follicle count, the better, or the higher the quantity of eggs that a woman may have at a given time. So good average number of antral follicles is about 8 to 10 in a woman in her 20s or early 30s. Just like the other testing though, this value declines with age. So it is normal for me to see a lower antral follicle count with advancing reproductive age. What I want you to get from this is the big picture. So there's multiple things I look at when determining an egg reserve. That is age of the woman, her AMH test, her FSH test, and her antral follicle count. And all of these put together will give me the big picture as to her egg reserve. To learn more about egg reserve, please check out my book, The Fertility Manual, Reproductive Options for Your Family. My book can be found on www.noorhasan.com. Please also like and subscribe to my channel to receive more fertility feed.